When you think of catching a football, the main position that comes to mind is a receiver. However, another receiving position often overlooked is a tight end. A tight end is basically the combination of a receiver and O-lineman, usually a big burly man who could block and catch. So here are the top 10 greatest tight ends in NFL history. Number 10, Ozzie Newsome. Before becoming a GM in Baltimore, the Wizard of Oz was one of the leading tight ends in the 80s. At his retirement, he held basically every record at his position in his 13 seasons. Unfortunately, Newsome and the Cleveland Browns failed to make a Super Bowl after some heartbreaking losses to Denver. But someone who did win a Super Bowl was Mike Ditka at number 9. Ditka is one of 2 people in the NFL to win a title as a coach, assistant coach, and player. However, to focus on his playing days, Ditka would become the first tight end to really revolutionize his position in the 60s. When he was drafted 5th overall by George Halas and the Bears, Halas allowed Ditka's abilities to range outside of just blocking, and made him a man who could also run the field. At number 8 is John Mackey. There's a reason why the John Mackey Award is given to the best tight ends in college. Playing in the same era as Ditka, Mackey was one of the hardest players to tackle at 6'2", 224 pounds.
Back to throw again. Sets up. Fires out left side. Incomplete. Taken by John Mackey. Goes off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Bounced into the hands of John Mackey, and he goes in for the touchdown.
Number 7, Kellen Winslow. If you've ever seen this image of the San Diego Chargers beating Miami in overtime during the playoffs, the exhausted man in the middle was Kellen Winslow. That game, Winslow held 166 receiving yards and a touchdown in the 41-38 win. This game would basically display his entire career in San Diego. Unfortunately, injuries would burden his career. But at number 6, decades after Winslow appeared, Jason Witten would be remembered as one of the last old-school tight ends in the league. Witten was equally known for being a big-bodied blocker along with a route runner.
Wide snap, far side, Witten, touchdown! In front of Buffet, and a beautiful throw from John.
Jason ended his career with 13,000 yards and 11 Pro Bowls. Number 5, Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe was another tight end who revitalized catching in the 90s. Sharpe held the body of a receiver but the physicality of a tight end. He played for John Elway in the Broncos, where he would win 2 Super Bowls, followed by winning another one in his 2-year stint in Baltimore. At number 4 is Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates is known for his dominance on the Chargers in his 16-year career. But believe it or not, Gates never even played college football. He played basketball for Kent State as a power forward until he arranged a workout with the San Diego Chargers when he signed as an undrafted player. I mean, Gates had no NFL experience whatsoever, but he soon stepped into the starting lineup and became the all-time tight end leader in touchdowns.
Rivers, rifles, touchdown, Antonio Gates. Chargers strike first.
Number 3, Travis Kelce. By far the most popular tight end as of right now is Travis Kelce, who is Patrick Mahomes' main target on the Chiefs. Still in the prime of his career, Kelce is already en route to become one of the best tight ends ever.
20-yard penalty, a first down, first and goal, pass, open, touchdown, Kelce, Chiefs are back in it.
Instead of just being an ordinary blocker and route runner, Travis Kelce has developed into being one of the biggest passing threats, not only in Kansas City, but in the entire NFL. Number 2, Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady has had a lot of weapons throughout his 20 years in the league, but most likely his best weapon came at the tight end position with Rob Gronkowski. This 6'6", 268-pound monster would become Brady's main target, as they together won 4 Super Bowls in New England and Tampa. When he was not injured, nobody could stop Gronk. And for the best tight end in NFL history, it is no doubt Tony Gonzalez. In almost 2 decades, Gonzalez made some of the biggest accomplishments for his position. He held the most receptions and most yards for a tight end, along with an incredible 14 Pro Bowls. Out of 1,300 touches, he's fumbled the ball only twice, and missed just 1 regular season game out of 270. And Tony Gonzalez not only made an impact for the teams he played for, but for the entire league. When Gonzalez played in the 2000s, he disregarded the techniques of an old-school tight end, and he became the leading receiver on both the Falcons and Chiefs.